Hey guys, welcome to Mitch's Music. Today we are going to talk about strumming. I have heard so many people talk about how strumming is one of their challenges. Even after you learn the chords, it's harder to just get that down and up motion comfortable. And you see so many guitar instructors out there trying to help you out by giving you downs and ups and things like that. And I'm going to take a different approach with you today. So today, let's call this lesson 1. And today all we're going to talk about is just getting used to having a comfortable downstroke and upstroke. Let's get started. Today we're just going to work on doing down and then a down up, and then talk about how to make those a little bit more comfortable. So let's just begin with a normal stroke, and if you're comfortable with this, you can pause the video at any time and just double check, make sure that you can play along with me. If you're comfortable with this, then move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Like I said, today we aren't skipping strokes, but I'll tell you that a lot of the times you already are skipping a stroke and you don't even realize it, but later on when we get into more complex rhythms, it starts to get into your head and you stop playing the rhythm and you start thinking more about whether your hand's going down or whether your hand's going up. And my advice to you is to start here, use this exercise, and get comfortable with going down and up first, just in general, just always going down, always going up, and just get really comfortable with that. And then in the next video we'll work on some of those more complex rhythms. So we're going to do an E chord. We're going to start with just downstrokes. So we're going to do 8 downstrokes. All right, so that was 8 downstrokes, and if that's pretty simple for you, that's a great place to start out. So when you're doing your downstrokes, just make sure that you're really getting the strings. You still want to brush the strings with your pick. Don't push into them too much, and just let your strings go all the way to the bottom. So let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, go. Down, 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 down. And if you're like me, when you go down, I don't know of another way to get back up, to go down again, than to actually come up. So I'm already skipping my upstrokes just by doing that downstroke. We don't think about the fact that we're always going down up, and you're going to notice this in all of the rhythms. We're just skipping some later, and I think that that's the thing that messes with our head. But if we're comfortable doing these down and up strokes, those should eventually come easier. So now I was already coming up every single time to go down, so let's just keep it equal. So we're going to do 8th notes this time, so it would sound like this. Down, up, 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 down, up. And if I made my downs and my ups equal, that's one of the things that I think that a lot of us are doing that makes our chord playing sound weird, because our downs and our ups sound exactly the same. They're just hitting the strings in an opposite direction. And you might be thinking, isn't that what it's supposed to do? Not really. Downs are supposed to be on the stronger beats. And so most of the time your downs are going to be stronger than your ups. So as you're coming up, you're coming up a little bit more gently. You're not hitting as many strings, and you're just bringing your pick up to get to this position to go down again. So you're coming up. I normally hit just the bottom couple of strings, then I go back down. Now if I tried to hit all the strings, it would sound like this. Doesn't sound very natural, right? So when we're coming up, we want to just try to gently brush those strings. So let's try it again. Down, up, try to gently brush those strings. 1, 2, ready, and. Alright, so in the first exercise we did quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the second exercise we did down and ups, we did eighth notes. Now let's mix it up a little bit. So let's do a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, a quarter note, 2 eighth notes. So that would sound like this. Notice I'm coming up every single time. I'm just skipping that very first up. I'm not actually playing on that first up. I'm just going down, then I'm coming back up, down, coming back up, down, up. So I'm still doing, I'm just skipping that very first up. So let's try that again. Down, down, up, down, down, up. 1, 2, ready, go. Quarter, eighth note, quarter, eighth note. Alright, so that should get you started, and if you can do just that much, you can play pretty much anything, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.